We are continuing with advertising part 2. In the previous lesson, we talked about the disadvantages of advertising, and I did emphasize on the fact that the advantages of advertising are seen by the businesses, the manufacturers, etc. While the disadvantages are seen by the consumers, the customers, or in short, the negative aspect of advertising harms the customers, not the businesses, right? Because of that, of course, there are some which may also harm the businesses, like where you advertise but no one buys your product and you end up spending a lot for nothing. Okay, now we're going to concentrate on the consumers because they are the ones who can be harmed by advertising most of the times. They are the ones who are harmed. Okay, so we're going to look at customer protection. Okay, so what are some of the dangers of one type of advertisement? To be specific, persuasive advertising, even informative, and the other one, they can cause, the other types, I mean, they can cause dangers, but we're going to concentrate on persuasive because it is the most aggressive type of advertising. Okay, so advertising may influence people to buy goods which are not suitable for their purpose. You buy something that you don't even want. Okay, we discussed this in the dangers of advertising in the last lesson. Also, advertising can mislead people. People can be told this when actually what is being sold is something else. Okay, and also another danger of persuasive advertising is it may create wrong impression where people are thinking things are like this when actually things are in a different way. Okay, advertising is also harmful as it imposes bad habits on young people. Like, for example, the example I gave in the last lesson of using something that is around Jesus Christ in an effort to make noise, to make a sale, or on social media, maybe women have dressed just in an effort to have likes, to have followers. Okay, so that is imposing bad habits on young people. Okay, advertising may also mislead by advertising only the better points of a product. Okay, maybe it's a given detergent paste, so this detergent paste, maybe yes, it cleans, but maybe again it causes cancer, or when you're using it you get burnt. So they won't talk about that. They are going to talk about the good side. So that's another danger of advertising, or should I say persuasive advertising. Okay, advertising may also encourage consumers to buy goods which they cannot afford. So this was mentioned in disadvantages of advertising. So with all the harmful effects of advertising that makes the world a dangerous place, is there anything that can be done? Yes, there are ways of controlling advertising. The first is by registration. So this is the most powerful and important way of controlling advertising. How? So this is done by the government, where they can pass a law making it illegal to make false advertisements. This means that if you are caught that the product you are selling is not what you advertised, then you're going to be dealt with. Okay, that is the first way in which advertising can be controlled. The second is by self-regulation. So self-regulation means that the advertisers themselves can come up with a set of standards to be followed by all the members. Okay, so once they come up with these standards, all the members have to stick or adhere to these standards. Anyone who breaks the standard has to be dealt with. Okay, the third is by the media. Okay, you want to advertise on Facebook, Facebook should have standards. In fact, Facebook has standards. You want to advertise on ZNBC TV, ZNBC TV should have standards. You want to advertise on Movie TV, Movie TV should have standards. So the media may also help by refusing unsuitable advertisements in the media. Okay. The third is the messengers themselves, the advertisers themselves. If you want to sell your cakes, you have to make sure that you don't harm the customers in the way you are trying to sell, despite the need to be aggressive. Okay, so the advertising agencies should exercise and show a sense of ethics and responsibility whenever they plan and produce adverts. Ethics meaning you have to think about people, making sure that what you do is not going to affect people negatively. Okay. Also, consumer self-protection or customer self-protection, meaning that even the customers can protect themselves. Okay, once you are knowledgeable that advertising is dangerous, you can protect yourself. Okay, this can be done by acting voluntarily and rationally. Okay, meaning that you have to think before you do something that has to do with advertising. You have heard someone saying promotion. You have to think before you act. Okay, do I need this thing even if it is on promotion? Okay, of course your other senses may say no, you are going to save money, you need it later, but ask yourself to make sure that you are not making a mistake. Okay, you can also protect yourself by consumers are advised to exercise maximum care in responding to advertisements. Okay, meaning that don't just respond to anything, however attractive it is. Okay, so these are ways in which advertising can be controlled. Now, we've talked about the bad side, controlling advertising, disadvantages of advertising. But I know most of you who are in business were interested, were enjoying when we're talking about types of advertising, how to advertise, okay, which is what we're going to discuss now. Methods of appeal. How do you make your cakes likable? How do you make whatever you're doing likable so that the consumers may prefer it over your competitor? Okay, so the first approach is personality appeal. This is very effective. So in this one, you show famous people using a product in the advertisement. Okay, so for example, if you're advertising a cake, you can show a famous person, for example, Your Maps or whoever is famous, buying you the cake. Okay, in the advertising, people be like, this is the cake that Your Maps buy, and people would want to buy that cake. Okay, so that is personality appeal. Okay, so the other one is romance. So in this one, the advertisement suggests that the user of a product will be more attractive to the opposite sex. Once you buy these cakes, you eat them, men are going to like you. Okay, so that's romance. Okay, it's another way, and it works when how do I put it works especially if it's a product that men would desire. Like if you are a man, you have this watch, a wristwatch, then women are going to find you attractive. It works. Number 3, ambition. Okay, so the advertisement suggests that the user of a product will be successful in his or her ambition. If you enroll with Blue Gum Tuitions, you are going to pass your GCE 100% pass rate. Ambition, that's the tactic there. Okay. Number 4, work specification. In this one, the product is shown to simplify work performance. Okay, like if you are, for example, you are selling a piece of equipment. Okay, so you show that if you are using the old equipment, it will take you this amount of hours to finish this work. But with our new equipment, you can finish this work in a shorter time. Okay. Number 5, social acceptability, where it shows that a product is claimed to make the user more acceptable to other people. Like once you buy this, then the society is going to accept you. All of us want to be accepted. We don't want to be rejected. We don't want to come out as weirdos, right? So social acceptability is one of the important human need that is there in almost all of us. Therefore, if you can show that buying these cakes will show that maybe you belong to a high class of people, those ones who are doing well. So that is social acceptability. Okay, that's another method of appeal. Another one is health. In this one, a product is claimed to make the user healthier. Okay, e.g. most adverts on milk. So even you with your cakes, you can say when you buy these cakes, you are going to lose 10 pounds, 10 kg. I don't know if that is possible. Yeah, but yeah, something like that. You get this product, you become, healthier. So another one is display of goods. In this one, attractive display of goods on windows and shelves. This one works when you go into a shop. So the way they display goods, that is advertising. So that when you look at it, this thing looks nice. This toy looks nice. If you are a parent, you have a child, the child will even start crying. Dad, I want this. Mom, I want this. Then advertising is working. So that is called display of goods. Then the other one is excellency. So in this one, it's a method of appeal to potential buyers that suggests that the service offered are of high quality. So in this one, we can say that Blue Gum tuitions are top-notch, high quality. Once you attend the lesson, you cannot forget anything. Everything will stick there, which may not be practically true, but of course, it's a method of appeal, a danger of advertisement, okay, and a benefit to us, the business owners, okay. So these are the different methods of appeal. Okay, now you may not be good in coming up with those appeal. So sometimes you may need an entity that is specialized in making a product more appealing. So instead of doing it yourself, you may need to use a third party. Okay, so that third party is called an advertising agency. So what are the functions or roles of an advertising agency? So they design and produce adverts. So they're the ones who are going to design the adverts and make sure that the adverts are produced. Okay, they also maintain good public relationships for the clients. Okay, they also research space or time on the media. So for example, your advert needs to be aired just after the news because maybe you are selling something that people watch news like. So they'll go to ZNBC, they talk to ZNBC, so to see if there's going to be a space immediately after the news where your advert can be slotted in. Okay, so they handle that. Okay, they also deal with media planning and booking, which is of course making sure that they deal with where they want to advertise your product on and make sure that they book a specific time for your advert to be aired if it's on TV. Okay. They also do creation of advertising appeals that sell products. Okay. So that can be combined with designing. Okay, to make sure that the appeals that they're going to choose and that they're going to use are going to sell your products. Okay. They also give specialist advice since they have been advertising for a while, so they can give you specialist advice. Okay, so after that point of giving you specialist advice, we come to the end of this part. Next, we're going to take a look at different advertising media, newspaper, TV, radio, etc. Okay, see you in the next lesson.